This is AP, Feel Music, your liberation sound.
Yeah, when worship rises, heaven breathes it in. When our heart breaks before God, it becomes a fragrance in eternity.
I came with tears in the midnight hour, broken prayers but they carry power. Every cry became a sound in heaven, every whisper opened up the seven. Incense rising from the altar flame, angels moving when I call your name. What the world calls pain and scars, God calls worship from the heart. My knees on the ground, but my spirit ascends through the veil where eternity bends. Every sacrifice becomes a bloom, turning suffering to heavenly perfume.
From the ashes of my pain comes a fragrance in your name. Every tear becomes a tune, heaven breathes my perfume. My worship rises like heavenly perfume, filling the throne room, filling the throne room. Every tear that falls begins to bloom into a holy perfume. My worship rises like heavenly perfume. Heaven receive it, heaven consume broken hearts in the upper room, becoming heavenly proof.
And the smoke of the incense, which came with the prayers of the saints, ascended up before God. Like Mary breaking the alabaster jar, love poured out no matter the cost. Not religion, not tradition, just devotion in the raw. My praise dripping on the floor, like oil flowing from the core. When my soul begins to bloom, heaven smells the perfume.
Demons tremble when I sing, 'cause worship shifts the unseen.
Atmospheres begin to move when broken hearts produce perfume.
Holy fragrance, holy sound, let our worship shake the ground. Holy fragrance, rise above, let it reach the throne, prophetic.
My worship rises.
My worship rises like heavenly perfume, filling the throne room, filling the throne room. Every tear that falls begins to bloom into a holy perfume. My worship rises like heavenly perfume.
Heaven receives it, angels assume. Every broken heart makes room for the heavenly perfume. Yeah. Pain in my chest, but the praise still breathing. Dark nights came, but the light still leading. Devil tried breaking the oil in me, but crushing only released the fragrance freely. I was pressed, but the scent came out. I was tried, but the praise broke out. Every storm tried closing my womb, but it gave birth to holy perfume. Heaven listens when saints cry loud. Even silence becomes a sound. From the altar to throne room view, God collects every drop of perfume. Let my prayer be set forth before thee as incense. So break me, Lord, fragrance is the cause. Pour me out, even if I'm lost. Let my life become the bloom of a heavenly perfume. Let my worship fill the room with a heavenly perfume.
My worship rises like heavenly perfume,
Filling the throne heart breaks before God, He releases something eternal. Your pain becomes worship. Your worship becomes incense. And heaven breathes your perfume. This is AP. Feel music. A reverberation sound. Oh, even in the silence, even in the shadows, you are there. You are there. You are there. You are there. Even when I feel alone, midnight crying, tears on the floor, prayers feel heavy, knocking on heaven's door. Heart feels empty, faith feels small, but deep in the silence, I can hear you call. When the road gets dark and the night won't end, when my strength is gone and I cannot pretend, through the broken pieces of everything I've known, your whisper reminds me I'm never alone. When my faith is shaking and my soul feels cold, your spirit reminds me of the promise you told. Even when I feel alone, you are right beside me. Through the valley and the storm, your mercy will guide me. Even when my heart can't see what tomorrow's holding, I will trust your voice in me. You'll never leave your children. Never alone. Never alone. My God is with me. I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. Walking through the fire, but I'm still standing. Devil tried to break me, but he don't understand it. Grace kept covering every scar in my soul. God kept writing glory in the story he wrote. Every tear falling became a prayer in disguise. Every dark moment, hope and spiritual eyes. When the world turned silent and the lights were gone, heaven kept whispering, my child, hold on. When the night surrounds me and fear starts to grow, your light reminds me that I'm never alone. Even when I feel alone, you are right beside me. Through the valley and the storm, your mercy will guide me. Even when my heart can't see what tomorrow's holding, I will trust your voice in me. You'll never leave your children. Never alone. Never alone. God is with me. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee. If the mountains fall, if the ocean rise, if the whole world fades away, still your love survives. When the night is deep and my soul feels weak, your spirit breathes life in me and reminds my heart to speak. You are here, you are near, every moment, every tear.
Yeah. Walking through shadows, but heaven surrounds me.
Angels assign me, the darkness can't blind me. Grace in my veins and the word is inside me. Even in valleys, the shepherd will guide me. Fear tried to trap me, but faith broke the prison. Pain turned prophetic, my hope kept on risen. Even in silence, his presence is loud. God never leaves when the storms gather round. Even when I feel alone, heaven stands beside me. Through the fire and the storm, your spirit will guide me. Even when the night is long and my heart is breaking, your promises stay strong. My faith keeps awakening. Never alone, never alone. Jesus is with me. Lord, I'm with you always, even unto the end of the world. He is there. He is there. You are never alone.
Yeah.
Let it rise, let it rise. Heaven receive our sound tonight. Let my prayer be set forth before thee as incense, and the lifting up of my hands is the evening sacrifice. Every breath I breathe tonight turns to incense in your sight. Let the fragrance rise from the altar of my life. Every tear I cry, turn it into sacrifice. Hands lifted high, heaven open up the skies. From my heart tonight, Lord, let the fragrance rise. Let the fragrance rise. Let the fragrance rise from the ashes of my life. Let the fragrance rise. Yeah. From the dust to the throne, still calling you my home. Even when I feel alone, your glory leads me on. Every scar got a story, every pain gave you glory. Now my worship got authority. Heaven moving when I call it, yeah, the temple is alive. When your spirit arrives, every prayer I release is a fire in the skies. My praise breaking the night, angels hearing the cry. When my voice hits heaven, let the fragrance rise. Holy fire fall, let your presence call every heart tonight. We surrender all. Holy fire fall, let your glory call. From the depths we cry, let the fragrance rise. Yeah. And the smoke of the incense, which came with the prayers of the saints, ascended up before God. Revelation native filters, whole disguise, just a broken heart that cries. When your glory fills the room, every fear and demon dies. I don't need a crown, just your presence all around. When my worship hits the ground, heaven echoes with the sound. Rise, rise. Some worship comes from joy, but the deepest worship comes from fire. When the altar is built in the heart, the fragrance cannot be stopped. Let the fragrance rise from the altar of my life. Every tear I cry, turn it into sacrifice. Hands lifted high, heaven open up the skies. From my heart tonight, Lord, let the fragrance rise. Let the fragrance rise. Let it rise, let it rise. For we are unto God a sweet savor of Christ. Oh Lord, from the altar of our hearts, let the fragrance rise. There was a fragrance in the room that night, not from the earth, but from sacrifice. Worthy, worthy, worthy is the Lamb. She walked in with tears in her eyes, carrying worship the world couldn't recognize. Not gold, not silver, not diamonds or stars, just love inside an alabaster jar. The room was full of voices and doubt, Pharisees watching, trying to figure her out. But she saw something nobody else could see, the Lamb of God, her eternity. She fell at his feet with trembling hands, pouring her future in his command. Every drop of oil became a cry, my Lord, you're the reason I'm alive.
They said, why waste such costly grace? But love don't calculate the price of praise. Mary breaking the alabaster jar, pouring out her heart on the King of Stars. Every tear falling like a river of grace, washing the dust from the Savior's face. Mary breaking the alabaster jar, worship rising higher than where we are. When love meets Jesus, nothing stays the same. A broken vessel ignites its flame. Break it, break it, break it, break it, pour it out tonight. Break it, let the fragrance rise.
The perfume filled the entire room, a holy scent of surrender's bloom. Not just oil on the master's feet, but destiny poured in humility. Judas whispered in greedy disguise, why not sell it, feed the poor tonight? But Jesus looked through heaven's eyes and defended her sacrifice. He said, leave her alone, let her be. She did this beautiful thing for me. Before the cross, before the grave, she anointed the one who came to save, and stood at his feet behind him weeping, and began to wash his feet with tears.
From and begins to sing.
Some people carry oil but never pour. Some keep their worship behind closed doors. But when you see what Mary saw, you'll break your jaw before the Lord. Because love is louder than reputation. Grace is deeper than accusation. When heaven touches a sinner's story, the broken jar releases glory.
Her tears were prophecy on the ground, declaring redemption was about to be found. Before the nails, before the crown,
her worship turned the atmosphere around. Break the jar, let the oil fall.
Jesus paid the price for us all.
Break the jar, let the fragrance rise.
Heaven opens when sacrifice cries.
She broke the box and poured it on his head.
Break it, break it, break it for the King.
What you call waste, he calls worship. What you call broken, he calls beautiful. What you call tears, he calls an offering. Because heaven hears the sound on his heart hitting the ground.
Mary breaking the alabaster jar, love overflowing from a wounded heart. Every drop shouting mercy and grace, preparing the lamb for the cross he would face. Mary breaking the alabaster jar, faith shining brighter than the northern star. When worship breaks through pride and fear,
The King of glory draws near.
let the fragrance rise, let the fragrance rise.
And the house was filled with the odor of the ointment. Sometimes the greatest worship is a broken jar.
Open the eyes of my spirit, Lord. Let me see what heaven sees. Yeah.
Open our eyes, open our eyes. Let us see the glory of the King.
I was walking through the valley, but I couldn't see the light. Fighting silent battles in the middle of the night. Eyes wide open, but my spirit still blind. Searching for the truth while eternity was inside. Heaven whispered softly through the pages of the word. Every line alive like a thunder never heard. Then the veil started breaking when the spirit spoke to me. Son, the natural eyes can't see destiny. Mountains in my pathway, storms inside the sea. But faith started rising when the Lord reminded me there's a realm above the visible sky where the sons of God learn how to fly.
Now I see the angels moving in the unseen. Every prayer ascending like a fire in the prayer. What looked like defeat was heaven's disguise. Now the Spirit opened up my eyes.
Give me spiritual eyes, let me see light. Opens reality, breaking through the night. What the world calls darkness, you call a sunrise. Lord, awaken me with spiritual eyes.
Spiritual eyes.
Let the sons of God arise.
We look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. There's a war in dimensions that the world never knows. Kings rise and fall where the spirit wine blows. Demons tremble when the saints start to pray, because revelation turns the darkness into day. I see chariots of fire standing over my life. Every promise of the Father cutting through the night. What looked like a prison was a doorway to grace. Every tear was preparation for a higher place. Devils thought the story of my life was done, but heaven already wrote the victory I won. Now my sight ain't limited to what I can see. Faith turned the impossible reality.
Scales falling down like the story of Saul. Now the Spirit reveals what was hidden from all. From the throne comes a light that never dies. Lord, awaken me with spiritual light. Let me see a light. See a light. Let me see a light. World calls darkness, you call a sunrise. Lord, awaken me with spiritual light. Spiritual light. Where the sons of God arise.
The eyes of your understanding be enlightened. Open the heavens. Open my heart. Let revelation tear the darkness apart. I don't want to live by the sight of man. I want to walk in the vision of the Lamb. Kingdom realities written in the sky. Prophets saw it and they wonder why, but the Spirit said this is the hour when sons will see with resurrection power. I see armies of angels when I step in the room. I see destinies rising out of spiritual wombs. I see chains falling off when the word is declared. I see heaven invading every soul that's prepared. The devil hides truth behind fear in disguise, but revelation shatters every spiritual lie. Now the cross is the lens that I'm seeing through, and eternity's calling everything I do.
Give me spiritual light. Let me see a light. Heaven's reality breaking through the night. What the world calls darkness, you call a sunrise. Lord, awaken me with spiritual light. Spiritual light. Let the sons of God rise. Let my spirit see what heaven planned. Let my heart understand.
For we walk by faith, not by sight. Open our eyes, Lord.